What's going on, guys? It's Only53 here, back with another video, and today I kind of want to talk about my thoughts on Vanguard, what I'd like to see, and what I think is going to happen based on patterns from previous games, Modern Warfare, Cold War, and kind of the integration they had into Warzone. But if you guys do enjoy the video, feel free to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications so you guys never miss a new video. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, baby. Let's get it. I also live stream on Twitch pretty much every day. I will leave a link to my Twitch in the description down below. Go follow me there if you guys want to see live Vanguard, Cold War, Warzone, even Modern Warfare occasionally, gameplay. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, let's get into it. Today we're talking about Call of Duty Vanguard, and I'm going to kind of weigh the pros and the cons of at least what I thought was from the beta. These are all opinionated, they're not super official or anything. And then we're going to kind of talk about what we know and what I would kind of like to see. But if you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So, first for the pros, I love the movement, I love the gunplay, and I don't hate the maps. The maps I find could be changed a little bit, but ultimately they suit the timeline and like the movement and stuff. The movement, I love it. I loved Modern Warfare just because it was so, I don't want to say ahead of its time, but it definitely feels a lot more natural to me, at least, than Cold War does, or even like Call of Duty World War II did. It feels so much more natural with like the tac sprint and like being able to slide and stuff. I also like the gunplay. A lot of the guns feel good. Some of them do maybe need a nerf or a little bit of a buff here and there. I feel like the MP40 maybe needs a damage drop off, just as an example. For the most part, I think it's a well-rounded, solid game. Are there some places that maybe need to be taken out? Yes. Gavutu, I think it is. The one with the jungle and the beach with the boat on the left-hand side. I definitely think that the top level of the boat needs to go. Not necessarily the main level where you walk up the stairs, but at least that little like tower. That's got to go. But I honestly don't see Call of Duty doing that just because it creates depth in the map. But so many people just go up there, sit up there with an LMG or a sniper and get their kill streaks. Which I don't blame them. I would probably do the same thing if I was just going for kill streaks and not going for, you know, gameplays or weapons and like levels and shit like that. Some of the cons I've noticed, at least from playing the beta, were connectivity issues. I was getting a ton of packet bursts, which I don't know if it's just because there were so many people on the servers that it wasn't ready for them, or if it's just because it's a beta and it's not fully developed in the software for like the servers. I don't really know anything about tech that way, so that's just kind of my guessing. Another thing I didn't like was you can't have more than one spy plane or counter spy plane up for your team at a time. If this game wants to succeed, I think they kind of got to do it like Modern Warfare or even Cold War, where if 4 people in your team have a spy plane and they all call them in simultaneously, it's just going to go faster. Might not give you an advanced, but it should at least go faster than normal. And you should all be able to call them in at the same time. That's 2 things I would change. And honestly, the last thing I would change is getting rid of the blind fire. Yes, it's a cool idea, but I played the beta for probably 2 days total, maybe. And I don't think I ever used it once. I tried it out, but I didn't even get a kill with it. Not something I'm a fan of. I'm really hoping weapon camo challenges don't include that. Thank God if they don't. That's pretty much my pros and my cons. I've thoroughly enjoyed the beta. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. And let's get into what we know. So basically what we know is there's about 40 weapons to unlock and level up. We have, I think it's like 6 ARs, 5 SMGs, 4 or 5 snipers, 4 or 5 pistols, and I know we have 4 launchers. There's also a riot shield and a knife, and I'm not entirely sure how many LMGs. I didn't look that in depth into it, but we're gonna have a ton of weapons to use. I'm pretty sure there's like 10 maps upon release, with like 3 of them being remastered. I could be wrong, might be even more than that, but I think this will be a solid game. Now, obviously, the big elephant in the room is skill-based matchmaking. Call of Duty's never going to get rid of that from the time they implemented it in Modern Warfare till the end of their timeline. As much as the COD community would love to see it, it brings them money, so I don't see it leaving anytime soon. I did notice that it was a lot more pronounced in Cold War than it was in Modern Warfare, which we've already confirmed from one of the devs on Twitter that the skill-based will be the same level as it was in Cold War, which to me is too much. Somebody that plays the game a lot of the time, not necessarily for a living, but 4 to 5 hours a night, I don't want to come on here and have to drink 3 G Fuels to be able to compete every night. Once in a while, fine, but every night, no. Nobody can do that. Now, there are ways around it. Reverse boosting, VPNs, all that crazy stuff. I'm not going to get into it. But I do think that it needs to at least be toned down. Like, yeah, you want to have everybody enjoy the game. But if your biggest creators are having to sweat all the time without reverse boosting, those people are the ones like advertising your game. They're not going to enjoy it. They're not going to want to play it. Why not lower it a little bit? Make it half and half skill-based, connection-based. So you get some sort of fun, but if you want to go on like a big streak, you're at least able to. Now, I'm not one to be amazingly good at the game, but I do have my fair share of games where I pop off, quote-unquote. Now, ultimately, it's not going to happen that they're going to remove skill-based. As much as I would love to see it, I just don't think it's going to happen. Lastly, one thing I wanted to touch on is the Warzone integration. We already know it's coming to Warzone, we just don't know when. One thing I'm really hoping for is these weapons are not super overpowered, but they're still useful and usable in Warzone, because with the Cold War integration into Warzone, it's a different engine from Cold War to Modern Warfare and Warzone, that bringing those weapons over, they became crazy overpowered, and it basically made Modern Warfare weapons obsolete with a few exceptions. Even like today, I find myself using a lot more Cold War weapons than I do Modern Warfare weapons, which kind of hurts me on the inside because I loved Modern Warfare. Wasn't a huge fan of Cold War. Yeah, I played the crap out of it, but I would much rather go play Modern Warfare and re-unlock Damascus than I would go play Cold War and unlock Dark Matter or something along those lines. I'm really hoping that because it's the same engine as Modern Warfare, they at least tone the damage so that they compete with the Cold War weapons. That's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the video, remember to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications so you guys never miss a new video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.